Hey girls. What's going on? Chicago. Jazel. Brother Arms. There's no mic today. No Mikey. Seeing a girl. But I figure we can do something pretty cool. So Chicago, this might be your time to co-host, man. After all this time, this might be the I'm just giving you shit, man. Jazel, brother, yeah, come on up, man. It'd be great to talk. Come on up, girl. Brother Arms, yeah, please. If you guys want to jump on up, it'd be great to have you. But otherwise, she's gonna hear me just rambling on, which is cool. I haven't been in the cognisphere so much lately. Well, actually, that's not true. I've been in the cognisphere, just not on Twitter. It's really bizarre. Don't know if you guys have any take on it, but it's such a weird feeling, because if you don't see what happens on Twitter, you feel like you've not been in it, which is real. And at the same time, there's so many things outside of Twitter. It feels like a bit of a leap of what do you call it? A leap of madness to jump out. Hey, John. So yeah, I've been doing YouTube stuff, which has been really cool. And I posted my first YouTube video, which I'm not gonna share, because apparently it smashes the algorithm. So I've been really like mindful to not even share it with my family or friends outside of SPX. It took me so long to do, guys, and it's not directly SPX. It's literally just me wearing an SPX t-shirt. I'm gonna try and do some more like soft shells in it. Excuse the siren. But it's taken so long just to make one video, which is crazy. And I got another 3 batched. Jason, I know you're smashing out crazy amounts of content. I wonder how your time frames are looking, man, with your stuff. I basically found a niche of something that I think is pretty niche. And because it's just my monologue here. So I basically found a niche. I think of something that is. I won't share it just because again, I'm just mindful to let it have organic traffic. But I think that it's so challenging that it will be difficult for other people to replicate it. And I think that over time it will be a slow burn. I'm hoping it's not a slow burn. It might be a slow burn, and then eventually people will just start to ask what SPX is over time, and it will gain more traffic. And when I posted my first video, I actually thought people were just, when you have that thought, you're like, you sit back and you're like, let the thousands and thousands of new followers and likes just flow in. And they did not, which is humbling as well. I don't know if I'm not taking it as a sign, because I think it was a really good piece of work that I can grow on. But yeah, outside of that, I've been pretty absent from most cognospheric stuff. I wonder what news has been going on. Let's have a look on the timeline. Let's see what's been going down. I don't know if you guys have any news. Oh yeah, the World Cup stuff. That was interesting. Completely skipped that. I heard people come into work and they said, "Oh, Seb, do you think the World Cup's corrupt?" I was like, "Of course it's corrupt. Of course it's corrupt. It's made of corrupt people doing corrupt things. They've literally harnessed the energy of belief and have hoodwinked us." And then my partner the other day, it was the World Cup. It was the England game, England-France, and she said, "Oh, we should watch that." I said that, but then we're going to be swindled just like everybody else. She was like, "Yeah, but it's fun." And I was like, "I'm not watching it because it's not fun. The Roman games are really fun. Everybody wants to go to the games. You don't want to be the sucker that's at home with their morals intact. You want to be the one that's like screaming blood. Spartacus! Kill him, Spartacus! Behead him!" Everybody likes a beheading. But that's why it's so good. That's how it gets us. is by the things that is the crack. I said, man. And so this has been my first year where I've been really exercising, like, what's the most crackalicious stuff? Copyrighting that word, crackalicious. Like, I'm telling you, Jazel, the most crackalicious, I don't know about you girls, but the Marvel film coming up, it was so crackalicious in my mind. I said, boy, I've got to break my values to watch it at the end of the year. And I finally feel free of that film, of that industry, thinking that if they're going to use media to get us, they're going to use, yeah, I know, I just like the Marvel stuff, guy. If they're going to use anything, they're going to use like the biggest film industries, right? They're going to use that. So I thought, man, I can't be watching Tony Stark come back or something. Or, hot take, David Attenborough's a lizard. And yeah, I actually think David Attenborough, if he isn't part of the agenda, has been used as a puppet by the agenda, knowingly or unknowingly, to propagate the lies, like population control and potentially climate change, because he's really big on those things. So I'm deep in it. But yeah, that's kind of it, guys. I don't really, I know usually there's a bit of bouncing off. I don't want to make it a boring one for you. It would just be me giving a soliloquy. But that's been my world. Every time I mention lizard people, to be fair, people either lose them or we go deep. Nobody so far has gone deep, but I think it's a really, really big one. I don't know if anyone here has heard of Sherry Shriner, but I was looking at Sherry Shriner and yeah, mate, the Shriner. And I saw like the most sensational stuff that comes off when you type Sherry Shriner is cult, dangerous cult, murder. And you say, oh my God, she must have been a really messed up person, this Sherry Shriner. And then you're reading all the reports and they're like, oh, this Shriner, she's just unbelievable. She was talking about this and that. She was inciting people to violence. And then you listen to her content and she's basically just saying that there are witches and demons and that there are lizards in high places. And then that's all over the media. There's people like Cat Williams who had this massive sort of the Cat Williams disclosure. I haven't sat down through the 2.5 hours, but he had that massive disclosure. Then like a few months ago, he jumps onto a podcast with that funny comedian fella, the kind of hillbilly looking one that's real popular. Can't remember his name. And then now Cat Williams is quiet because they got to him, or the woman who's on the plane. And then she said, that motherfucker there's not real. And then you see her in an interview afterwards, she's like, of course it was real. Then like the next interview, no, I must have been making it up. They get to people. I just think that's a fun adventure game. I think the lizard people are pretty fast spread. Might even have some lizards in SPX. So I think David Attenborough is very potentially a lizard person. If you guys have got any counter arguments, otherwise I'm gonna assume that you all agree with the lizard theory of David Attenborough. But I do. I think I think like you use the most popular people to sell the agenda, and I think even the SPX will be used. I think it will be used maliciously at some point. I think really strong forces will try and use it. I think that like the meme narrative, you know how you have to have a few winners to suck a lot of people in. And this is what I've been really mindful of lately. Is being mindful of how someone asked me about SPX the other day, and I said, brother, I can't explain it to you right now because I know where your mind is going. It's going straight to gambling. Jazel, sup girl? Hey girl, you jump in when you're ready. But yeah, like his mind went straight to gambling, and I gave him a bit of SPX, and he was like, oh, okay, so it goes up, right? Now I can get more. And I was like, whoa. That's, you know, I think there's like a maturity to it. Anyone can get in. I was like, you've got some now. You don't need to gamble. don't gamble. We know SPX isn't a gamble, but he doesn't know that. He thinks it's a gamble, and he thinks that he's going to make a fortune. And if he holds till trillions, he will. But I think that it's going to be, used by dark forces, and that I've been mindful of just how I share it. Like, what can I do to share it in a way that isn't going to attract gamblers? I think a lot of my rhetoric has actually been reaching out to gamblers with the megaphone and stuff. I've been thinking, how can I pull back a bit from the energy and give something?
Hey, yo, can you hear me?
Jazo, hey girl.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Yeah, really good, mate. Really good. How are you, man?
Chilling. I'm finishing up a few tasks for work. So yeah, I just thought to hop in for a little.
Drake sucked you into the
Yeah,
to the lizard madness.
Mr. Martins. I don't know. I'm not too deep in like. I like exploring all conspiracy theories, but I'm not too like. I try not to convince myself of any of them being true. Like I just like exploring them and like learning what I can about all these stories, but then never actually you know um, shape my reality according to them, because I think that's where a lot of people get lost, kind of.
Bro, that's a really good skill, man. That's probably a lesson for me there, man. I really like that. You're like suspending belief always, but not really, because how do you reckon that with SBX, with fixing a narrative like the cognisphere?
I don't know. It's because I think, well, the approach that I've been given it is like I want SPX to be, not a coin as much as possible. I think the coin aspect of SPX is like a vehicle, right? There's like when you thinking in a long term, the goal is to flip the stock market, and then it's like why? Well, because we need these like wealth redistribution to happen for all across the globe. Um, so to me, the coin aspect of SPX is just like a feature, that we have. But the actual like entity that you need to create to flip the stock market is something way bigger than a coin. So my approach now is like, well, I want people to get into this because they like any other aspect of it, right? Like I try not to pitch the coin at all, the coin is just like, okay, if you're gonna, I don't know, if you're gonna do art for it, if you're gonna write for it, if you're gonna just do publicity or whatever, like I will recommend you that you hold the coin, obviously, right? Because like we definitely need that financial like uh, relationship to happen, because at the end of the day, money is money, and we need money to change the world. But yeah, I try to approach it as more as like, okay, if you're gonna participate in this community, I recommend you hold it, so you get the benefits in the long term, but less of like, hey, buy this, and hold it, because most people don't give a fuck, and most people like will forget about it, because usually shilling a coin isn't enough to get them to actually hop into the community, so that's kind of how I reckon, and like I try to stay away from the conspiracy theories that usually you know like spill into the market talk and all that, trying to speculate on like politicians and like these huge moves that nobody really knows like what's going to happen, and you can have your theories, but at the end of the day, nobody knows, like even the people at the very very top, I personally believe that even they don't know what the fuck is going on. So yeah, that's kind of how I go about it.
It's like a big roll of the dice, eh? Everybody rolling their dice at the same time. Hype! Hey girl! With the glowing face! Hey girl!
Hello, it is me. Hey, hello, Aeon.
But this is how I always imagined you to look. This is the look.
Just look. I feel like I'm starting to like settle into it, but I don't know. It still doesn't like feel like me. It feels like temporary. You know what I mean? My actual character is the Burger King crown.
I think it's the hair that does it for me. I was like, yeah, it's very hype.
The white blob, just with glasses on it.
Yeah, mate. Hey, what's your take, Hyphy, on Sherry Shriner? You you ever delved into her dark caves of uh, of wanderings?
No, what's her name? Sherry Shriner?
Sherry Shriner, yeah, she's pretty out there. But I mean, Jason, you're
Shape-shifting lizards and shit like that.
yeah, it's pretty deep on it.
Yeah. Possibly. There's definitely like there's a good chance that there is like other, species, like hyper intelligent species that like maybe they're on Earth, maybe they're not aliens. You know what I mean? Maybe they're actually like a humanoid dinosaur race that has just continued to survive this entire time, living inside the Earth. Like, there's lots of shit which is like possible, and then they'll just cover up their existence and run the show. Certainly possible.
Yeah, I heard that, like the dinosaur stuff. That there was one that was discovered that was just that they just erected. Well, they erected all of them wrong apparently. Like they don't know, but like that one of them would have just been fully erected, had an opposable thumb, but could have been like just an intelligent walking lizard thing, just like so. T-Rex is in what's it called? Antarctica? People say they've flown over and they've just seen like T-Rex and shit like that in that off peak zone. I love all of it, man. I'm so just it's crackalicious. It's my crack. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty good. Like it's fantastical sort of thing. So it's like it would be really cool if it's true. Like if there actually is sort of like still prehistoric areas in like Antarctica, sort of like past an ice wall sort of bullshit that they're like the governments and shit are like hiding from the general population, because they would do that.
100% they do that. Like the King Kong movie, where they go into the earth, like that. Yeah, like proper adventure. I just think it's like The Hobbit, man. Like I don't know. I'm a sucker for like an adventure story, and I think like flipping the stock market is a sick adventure. But I want like some
you
goblins.
Are British. It is in your blood to adventure and conquer.
We must go forth from the Shire. Yeah, that's exactly. We're Shire people, man. I got big Hobbit feet, so maybe it's destiny.
Tally on, it's time to colonize some indigenous populations. Yeah. No, it would be really cool if it like was true, like the center of the earth stuff. It's just really weird because it's like the deeper that you go, like it could all be true, and then you're like, oh man, it's so like insane that they're like hiding it all from everybody. But then once you realize like how much like shit is going on in the world, you realize why they would. Like there's fucking 2 billion Indians and like fucking 1 billion Africans just fucking starving to death and shitting on the beach. And you're like, yeah, there's no way that you could like have that happening and then also be like, oh yeah, hey guys, there's also aliens and massive cabins underneath the earth. And yeah, there's like other species, and then there's just a fucking like 80 IQ Indian shitting on the beach.
I think it's when you tell them. No? I think it's when you tell them, when like there's too many of them for them to actually be able to organize and do something about it. You just tell them. You just let them know. Start like not giving a fuck about covering it up, because like there's too many of them and they're not educated. So it's not like they're gonna figure it out or like figure out enough to actually do something. So yeah, and then usually like depending on what theories you follow. Usually when we get to these points is when shit is about to go down. So either the earth is about to flip, or a new race is about to come, or something. So I guess it's now is the time when they let us know, and like there's nothing we can do.
I mean, Chang, what's your hot take, girl? Give us the
Hot take.
hey, girl. Yeah, what's your?
I think it's a hot take. You guys should send me all your fortune. Hot take. I know you guys might not agree, but personally, I think I would benefit much more if I had all your fortune instead of you owning your fortune.
I mean, there's a subcult for that, Chang. You keep you keep you keep fighting that good fight, and there'll be a haram of diligent. You could just cult yourself off and be like, what's that guy from that film? Please give me all your money. Nah, yeah, it's I think like there's there's so much like misinformation spread out that surely like people in India with such a history of like mysticism and slowing down and being present and just but shrouded maybe in lots of crap around it, they would almost be closer to hitting truths collectively than we would over here, because collectively over here we're so distracted and so busy, and rest isn't really isn't like peaceful life of a greed doesn't is to me that's the most challenging of all the mantras of SPX. I think it's the most like coded to be able to like flip the stock market. But I think like as a society, like Western culture is like pretty antithetical to plug life. I can imagine like Indians are like tapped in.
It's because they have
Tap.
their whole like they I think um what happened is like Western culture has just degraded so much that at this point it's like no culture. It's just like hyper capitalism, just driving the show. So like that's why we can't reconcile like any you know second order effects. Like I don't know, just like we're so diluted by late stage capitalism that like the cultural aspects of the different demographics in the Western world um, aren't able to grasp common ideas or ideals, and that's why like we're so behind spiritually, and now that's gonna start to spill into the material. Uh, with like everything going on in the world. Like you just see the World Cup, like how it ends, and like just all the excess that happened around it, but also like the hypocrisy of the organizers with the actual reality in the world. So it's like I feel the Western world is due for a reckoning, and that's why all these conspiracy theories start to pop because essentially people are trying to uh, believe in something essentially, right? Make sense of all the shit that is going down.
Bring the flood, burn them all. Yeah, man. What was the excess at the World Cup days, or what was it you noticed that was the hypocrisy?
Oh, well, there's a bunch. I guess depends on how you want to look at it, but I mean, just the funds that, for example, the Mexican government spent on like receiving the teams and everything, considering the economic situation of the country, that's like kind of enough. But then you can add on top like the direct economic ties with Zionist lobbies and like infrastructure deployment in especially in Mexico is where it happened the most. I think there were like 4 or 5 companies that got some governmental contracts. Out of those 4, I think 3 are Israeli. So that's kind of like whoa. So yeah, just stuff. won't say that much. So Mondaeon doesn't get wrecked.
We like a little rug here, Jason. Now I really reckon like you can just tap in without any external stuff. That like all the answers are just like available. But there's so many things just like smoke screen in the way. I just think the World Cup was just another smoke screen because you could spend that time just not watching football and checking into self. And then,
Yeah.
and then the
Yeah, I think I want to say I think they're not when people say smoke screens. I think sometimes a lot of us like assume that some big group planned like this smoke screen, but I think actually it's just that certain entities just take advantage of the emotional distraction that these events like bring, and then they use it to just advance their agendas. So, for example, here in Mexico during the World Cup, three big things happened. So, is those contracts. Also, the bank, the national bank, just essentially approved that they're now able to print money. Usually, they were able to just like take off money from the economy, but now they're able to print. So, we're probably gonna get some crazy things happening in the next few months. And they wanted to use the World Cup hard to push people into registering their phone lines and like tie them up with their IDs. So essentially, trying to build like a digital ID kind of system. So yeah, like they grifted the World Cup hard to try to advance on those three agendas. So I think it's just more like we as humans like to organize these big events because we've had them for centuries, but then they are used to distract. Like they these events distract us in and of themselves, but then that distraction is exploited by these like malicious entities that govern the world, I guess, or just exist.
we need like an SPX distraction event, like a like an SPX games where where we get 4 chariots and we ride around the streets and we steal everyone's attention while we subliminally tell them to storm Wall Street and incite incite some chaos. Do you reckon, Jason, you saying basically you think it's like more it kind of sounds like you don't think that you're saying less so that there's a sophisticated like system engineering this, and it's more they're just taking advantage of natural time events that we go through. Like that's kind of how it sounds. Would you say that like if they're not so sophisticated, that makes us like really dumb? But like, do you think then if they're not so sophisticated that they're not so tricky to overthrow as well? Maybe.
Uh, I don't know. I mean, there's a mix of both, definitely. Because, like, I don't know. The general public is definitely less sophisticated than the government, for example, right? Like, the access to technology that the government has, as opposed to, like, the regular civilian has, is different. So, just like, without going into conspiracy theories, just by that fact, like, we are less sophisticated than certain groups of people, let's just say. Um, And then if you add on top of that, like very rich people, like I don't know, Jeff Bezos and like Elon Musk and all of these like extremely rich people that most likely, they manage their wealth through a very close circle, like very few people probably have access to like Elon Musk's wealth like that. Like access, I mean like being able to do what they think is best with that wealth, right? Because obviously you're not able to amass that amount of capital without using like complex systems. But what I mean is like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, all these like big players usually have a handful of other people that do their bidding. So without going into conspiracy theory, I think it's a mix of both. I think people on top are dumb, just as we are dumb, and so what kind of changes the balance is like the resources and how you use them. So we as civilians may have access to certain resources that the government is less able to access. And at this point in time, like 2026, I think those resources for the general population is like spirituality, communication, empathy, all of these things that aren't material and that the government can't like quantize and govern through infrastructure, you know. And that's why kind of they push like this uh, phone addiction and like, you know, everything digital essentially, because once you get everything digital, then you're able to tap into the psyche of the general population with AI and all this. uh, so that's why I do agree with, for example, I don't know, Morath's thesis that it's going to get to a point where AI it's going to be able to even, you know, to sell, for example, belief as a service to the powerful, right? Because it's essentially an algorithm that triggers it. So I think it's very complex. I think it's very complex, and there's no straight answer to that. I think if we go retarded enough, then we'd come to unpredictable, and we can overthrow them. So that's why we gotta go full retard, but not all the
Gay.
time.
Oh,
Never go full retard. I think I don't remember.
You say
Exactly.
never go after hype. Hype went too far for you in one moment. Yeah. The what's it called? The spirituality bit. I do think that like you're saying there, mate. They're gonna attack. I wonder what, because there this is an age of different awakening. People are becoming more tapped into like meditation isn't woo woo anymore to people over here. Like my mum is always the barometer for me, and she was like, "Oh, I get yoga with Adrian. I just thought it was woo woo in the beginning." And people are like, there's neuroscience. You just put neuroscience attached to something, and it satisfies people's left brain, and we are. There's so many experiences of people having astral projection and going deeper into lucid dreaming and these out of body experiences and having these things that can't, words are too clumsy to use, that artists know so well, like poets and writers and all you guys making all the stuff. And I wonder like what the suppression of that will be, of the spiritual. No dig at anyone religious, but I think that religion has done pretty well at kind of like acknowledging the spiritual while still like chaining it up in many contexts.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's because like then the spiritual. It's because one thing is true, you know, the spiritual and the material are interconnected. And what I think has been the biggest like attack on spirituality is essentially hiding or like yeah, like pushes so much disinformation about our biology and our yeah, general our general biology and physiognomy, I guess. I don't remember how to pronounce the word. But that's been hidden, you know. So for example, people to this day think that the aura is like woo woo, right? Like it's like spiritual shit, or it's like you're making stuff up when you talk about aura. But literally, there's the human biofield, which is it's essentially like the electromagnetic field that is around you at all times. That is like quite literally used by all these networks to interconnect themselves. So if you look up body area networks, and like their their appliance and especially medical infrastructure, you're gonna find out that your aura is real. Like it's a part of your biology, and it's essentially what dictates your brain state and your emotions and a lot of like not dictates, but it affects a lot. And these technologies that we have today like highly disrupt that aura. Mexican background. I don't know if you can hear it, but yeah. all these devices and networks and all of that absolutely destroys your electromagnetism or your aura or your biofield or however you want to call it. And we're highly like you know how do you say, I forget the word, we're highly we're very easily to be targeted and use these technologies on when you're not aware that they exist, right? Because like most people will not believe you when you tell them that you can edit their emotional state through Wi-Fi. Like if I say that, that sounds like absolutely ludicrous, but it's real. Like, and I could probably show you the IEEE patterns that prove it. So that's what thing has been the biggest like attack on spirituality, right? Like completely separating it from our body and our physiognomy and our biology. That we think that is this like like we believe, most people believe that spirituality is this thing that you have to like kind of access or find, but really is a part of you. You know, it's always been part of you, but it's like suppressed so hard in today's day and age.
Bro, when you were talking there, a thought came into my mind of how we even do it to each other. When I'm at work, I realize I'm representing the system. I'm straddling because I'm representing the system and I'm also for the community. I'm representing the community when I get to slow down and somebody wants to talk and they want to share an idea, and I say, man, I think I've got the power to action that. I represent the system when I say, I'm going to look into that for you, knowing full well I just don't have the time because I've got, yeah, I'm like, yeah, right. Like, man, I've got like 100 other tasks.
I am not gonna look into it, but I'll say I will.
No, always with integrity, don't. But that's like,
Yeah, I feel that so much.
right? Do you have it as well? Do you ever? You're like a node. We are like decentralized nodes in the system, which is what is the most like pernicious thing.
Yeah, I've stopped telling people I'll help you out with that. A lot, 'cause I'm just like, I can't fucking help you out with that. Like, and
You're on your own,
like,
kid.
yeah, like, I'm sorry. Because sometimes people ask me something, and then I'll like fucking put my foot in it by just being like, oh, I'll just do it for you. I'll just make that, like, I'll help. And like, all I had to do was like answer their question, not just like throw myself into the thing as well. And then I'm like, fuck. I in fact can't do it.
Like, yes, give
I'll get back to you on that.
on the pending hype list.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start asking you stuff now, mate. Just see if you can practice this great node that you're talking about.
Wake up to like 8 DMs. Of like, do you know how to do this? Can you compress this video for me? Do you know how I remove this background? I don't know how to do it. Can you remove the background for me in Photoshop? No.
That'd be the best though, but imagine making it like a really tricky background. Not just a simple one that AI could remove with a prompt, but like a really nasty one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody sent hype like 10 of those.
Aeon heads are the worst. When you're like fuck, I wish Denko just made like just the head without the neck and the body. Because when when you're like, you just want the Aeon head for a video or a picture or something, and then you have to like, you can't just AI remove it. You have to fully go around it. I'm like, why did that end up taking me 45 fucking minutes? Like,
You're just like using the big massive brush and then you like turn it to the miniature one. It still has like pixels on it. I'm using like the rubbish Canva. That's the best I can do. It's tough.
Canva's unironically like okay though.
Yeah, I remember when it was like mock, but
Yeah.
like, it has good tools.
Yeah, just because they're simple, and it's like brush, like removal brush, and then you like use it, and it's like voila, it removes things. And then Adobe, it'll be like removal brush, and then it won't remove things, and you're like, what am I doing? And then you have to like search up a guide, and it's like, well, first you need to make an editing layer, which is like doing this and then this and then that, and then you need to select what you want to edit. So you need to pull out this tool and then set, and then you're like, you have to do like 12 steps to do the same thing, which in like Canva will just be like magic brush. And you're like, wow, the magic brush is magic.
Yeah, like what's it called? Adobe's expensive as well, right? Like Canva's pretty. I got Canva.
Yeah.
Adobe's like what, through like $30 or something a month. Like, is it worth it? Like when you're doing all those edits.
Yeah. Well, I don't have Canva, but if you have like Canva and CapCut, you can do more than enough, like pretty easy. And like Rootsy would make some really cool shit, and I'd be like, dude, how are you doing that? And he's like, Canva, and I'm like, fuck you.
Basics, bitch.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I'm like not that good because I use Photoshop and Illustrator. So there's like so much cool shit that you can do it, but you have to learn the like 14 steps. Whereas in like Canva, it'll be like, do you want to give a cartoon halftone effect to this? And you're like, yes, yes, I do. And it will like do it.
Yeah, like simplicity, eh? Just like real bare bones, yeah. There must be like a prompt coming though soon where all of that stuff, like, do you think, can you imagine people just talking their way through the day? Like we all just become like insane prompt machines rather than, you know, like you just prompt your way through Adobe.
Like a vibe master.
Yeah.
Not it like that.
Like,
Can you fix the fingers again? Dude, I'm gonna be so pissed if in like 2035 everything's fucking amazing except AI still can't make a hand with 4 fingers and a thumb consistently.
that's like its calling card. It's just like, gotcha. Just like its developed personality, and it's just like, I'm really cool. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine it's like what's that fella, Gary V? His theory is the eyeballs, the AI, VR, augmented reality, AR. His take is that is going to be like our master, like interaction. So much is going to be voice, and I mean the prompting is crazy because I use so much more. The percentage of my day compared to a year ago that was prompting. Like somebody was at work today and they were like, when I did this course, AI wasn't available, and now it is. And I was like, holy crap, that was like a very short time ago where we could just prompt answers. But now, I don't know, 0.0001% of my day is prompting. It's sick. I love it. It's so time saving. I wonder, like, imagine, I can imagine the day getting to 1% of prompting. Like, you'll do it too, Jezo. Say no to prompting.
No, I know. I feel like I'm in that same boat right now. I feel like trash because I'm like, no, fuck AI, it's taking Mexican water and all this, and I'm like prompting right now. So yeah.
For the children, Jezo. Oh, slow, where'd you go? Didn't runner.
The thing is that, you know, what I've been like, I don't know, the thought that has been cooking in my mind right now is like, I think the approach should be more towards we need to make sure that the AI tools are beneficial to the creators, you know, in general, more so than like going anti-prompting. But because, you know, number one, the infrastructure for AI is like deeply tied with all the other infrastructure that we use for the internet, you know. So really at this point, unless there's a global collapse, I don't think there's rolling back the AI data centers and all that. So that's one. And then two, truly it like I don't personally believe LLMs were like history changing, but the way that we're now able to interface with them and how interconnected are to all the other, you know, um, technologies that we've developed, like that's totally progress. So that it's like undeniably going to change how we do a lot of stuff in the future. And then 3 is AI is not as good as we think it is, right? Like we right now are at the point where we really think that it's gonna change.
Nah, it's amazing. It's gonna
good.
make you billionaire.
It can. It totally can. It has the potential. But like, it's not yet gonna replace.
It will change your life.
90% of the workforce in the next 10 years. It's not gonna happen. Like realistically, because even if it could happen, people are gonna revolt, and the world probably ends before it happens, right? Or society collapses. So what I think we should focus more on is like trying to get these AI tools to be more efficient and again like be beneficial to the creators instead of focusing on like dismantling them or rejecting them, because I think that's going to become increasingly harder as time goes on, and probably also exponentially harder because more and more stuff it's going to be intertwined with this new technology. So yeah, that's how I cope with my hypocrism right now.
I reckon you're pretty much right, because they're definitely not rolling back the data centers and the tech. I think it's definitely a bubble, and the bubble's gonna keep growing, and then like it's gonna hit a ceiling, I think pretty soon, where the because it's great, we're definitely gonna be using it a whole lot more, and it's gonna like reshape a lot of shit. I don't think it's gonna like fuck the workforce as much as people think it. Like they think it's going to be like a job apocalypse, and I just don't think that's going to happen, because even like companies that have already like gutted their workforce to replace them with AI, like Facebook and Microsoft and shit, they did that, and then 8 months later they're like, oh fuck, we need to rehire the programmers because AI coding just isn't actually as good. Like there'll just be errors and then errors on errors and blah blah blah, and then the hardware starts breaking, and then the AI starts hallucinating, and then it fucks everything up, and then they have to like figure out why the GPUs have like, are they called like micro fractures and shit? Like the hardware fucks up and the hardware breaks, and it's really fucking expensive. Like it's turning out to be more expensive than actually paying humans to do the job. And then it's just going to make small things a whole lot more efficient, and then replace some stuff, and then it will end up making more jobs like to deal with the AI as well. And then what I kind of think is going to happen is people will make a bunch of stuff, and it will like seep through a bunch of other businesses. Like just like best mate, his girlfriend works at this whatever. She doesn't really know shit, but she's been using Copilot in Microsoft to like do some stuff with Excel spreadsheets, so it automatically fills all this stuff, like their inventory management stuff. And people are like, wow, so cool. So it's starting to get used across the business. But this is a massive like nationwide business that in like a year and a half, that thing that just a random chick from accounting vibe coded over the course of 3 days with fucking Copilot is going to like spread through the entire national corporation. And then what I feel like is going to happen is the deep state is just going to line up a virus which will just come through and fucking rape everything. And that'll be like the top of like the AI bubble, because they'll realize they've overinvested by a lot, and it is what it is.
Wait, you reckon?
And they like,
What do you reckon is going to happen to it?
Money back. They're going to do like a fucking internet whatchamacallit, pandemic,
The blackout
kind of thing.
Really? Like
Maybe like
Like
it's
the
an
what?
option,
bubble.
like as a nuclear bomb on the internet. Because what I think is going to happen, so what's already happening with the data centers is they're hiking up the price of all hardware, like internationally, because they've just made like a bubble of like billions of dollars, and the AI companies are just passing around this massive wad of money between each other as a way to pump up their prices of their stocks, because they've just had this multi-million-dollar investment. So the stocks go up, so then the companies can borrow more money, sell stock, buy more hardware, open more data centers, and then they pass that fictional ball of money onto another one, like, and then they do the same thing. And so consumers are getting priced out of hardware. Like the computer I have right now that I bought 2023, 2024, it's worth the same amount, if not more. Like, so to build the same computer now would cost an extra $2,000. Like, I have to start looking at buying hardware because I'm going to need another computer, but I don't need it till like mid next year. But I need to start looking at buying it now because mid next year it's going to cost another $2 or $3,000. And where like consumers are like steadily getting priced out of hardware, so eventually instead of buying that MacBook, you're going to rent it from Apple, or you're going to like rent to own it over the course of 4 years. But then by the time you get to the end of that, you're going to like trade it back in and then do the process again. Like you're going to be taking loans to buy that shit until eventually they stop putting powerful hardware in your compute power that you buy from them. You instead buy like a piece of tech which instead streams its power from the data centers, if that makes sense. Because most people don't actually use the power. The amount of power that you purchase is far beyond what normal people are using, and it's been that way for a while. So,
I mean,
so instead it'll be
people-
in the data centers. Sorry.
People have been doing that already. Like they're doing cloud gaming, where they're basically
Yes.
essentially doing what you said, like using cloud service to borrow the power of the device of a supercomputer, so they can play video game
Yeah.
on like their Mac. I mean, like on their Chromebook when they own like Chromebooks.
Mm. So it's already
So-
the industry's already pushing that way.
Yeah, industry's
in
already
terms of
pushing it,
us.
and it's gonna be even worse after AI because like all these companies would like focus their resources on AI data centers. They won't be making GPUs for gaming. They won't be making RAMs for gaming or like consumer grade,
Anything.
consumer
Because
grade
we'll have to
computers.
rent it.
They're all going to data centers. So like we'll be left with like laptops with like 4 GB RAM, and we need to rely on cloud services.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah.
You need to rent the power like it's a utility. Because like
Actually, yeah, I think like 6 months ago, around that time period, Idea Hazard was talking to me. Like he expects something like that would happen, and he was trying to like future proof and get like a PC so that he could run his own stuff and do all that and not rely on getting all those cloud services. Because like what basically happens is that these companies would have the monopoly of getting all those cloud computing services, and you can't buy better computers, so you have to rely on cloud services, and they can just jack up the price as much as they want.
yeah, because they've cornered the market. Because that's
Yeah,
what we
that's
faced
like
with
what-
Lumi and the Aeonifier.
Yeah.
It was,
And also,
$8,000 a year or something.
yeah,
or buy the
it's
hardware
going
yourself.
to be expensive. Like, so that's why it's better to spend like $6,000 on a PC than like potentially spending $20,000 over like next 4 year just to like stream the services.
So you guys saying like if you buy like a really hot shit piece of like computer hardware, that it can still be like it can still be functional in like 5 to 10 years. It won't be obsolete because I don't know, I don't really know tech stuff, but Apple keep making my goddamn thing obsolete every day. I wake up in the morning, they tell me update not successful. Like, can they?
Yeah, that's why if you see like people who uses PC, not MacBooks, they install Linux instead of Windows because Windows kind of does the same thing. They keep
Yeah.
updating Windows and it gets slower and slower. They put more bloatware. So they just use Linux, which is like an open source. Which means you can customize it however you want. And if you actually see what runs on Linux, like you'd be surprised how much little resources you need to run Linux compared to Windows, because Windows have all this bloatware that's making your PC slow on purpose and does absolutely nothing to your PC. Like it does nothing to that you use. Just take resources. So yeah,
How does that look like?
Apple.
How does that
was caught doing
Sorry, mate, you go.
the same thing. Yeah. Anyways,
But how does
ask the question.
that, like, I don't get the AI bubble thing. Like, how does it? I guess I didn't understand that bit. So like the attack is on the consumer. The attack is because I think that's on all fields, right? We become
Okay,
the renters.
Just to keep it simple, do you see? I mean, do you work as an office worker, or I don't know what kind of job you work in?
Yeah, I'm like office based, but I work in a leisure center. It's like a gym, sports complex.
Do you
So
use AI in your work, like to like generate
we're
your
like,
stuff
like
or things like that?
dinosaurs. We'll be the last place that uses it, but we will eventually use it. We've got Copilot on the computer, but
Yes.
we don't really use it. But yeah, eventually, I'm sure we will.
So like, okay, then I can't say for you, but a lot of developer now just uses AI. Like it's just different. Like it's like different from us coding something with AI, but like they understand how to architect codes, but like they are getting more and more used to using AI to code their stuff or do their work. And a lot of office workers are now are encouraged to use AI because it's faster. Like it can just output like the amount of work they need to do in like 5 hours in just 10 minutes. So it's just so much faster to do works in AI, and more people will get like used to it because it's very convenient to use AI. It's like super convenient. You just tell it to do something and it just does it for you. If if you give like the correct data and like make sure like proofread it and do all that, like it's very convenient. And like more and more people are getting used to it. Then what happens is that, okay, let's say you're using Claude and they jack the price up to like the $20 tier to like $50. What are you gonna do? Like stop using Claude and just do it manually? Of course not. You have no choice but to pay $50. And let's say after $50 they jack it up to $100. Then like you have no choice but to like keep up with it. Like you have to pay more and more until like it's worth like $500 a month, and like maybe you will consider it, and then they'll be like, okay, we'll make a cheaper tier and it's gonna be like $50, and like the usage is slashed to like 10% of what you used to have it on. It's like a losing battle for you. So yeah, so they're gonna make you independent. They're gonna make it dependent on like them providing you the services, and they can control the price, unless there's another competitor that's trying to give it to very cheap. And people are liking the Chinese companies because basically they're providing like high quality AI at a cheaper price.
Oh yeah,
But if you know the history on how the Chinese have worked, it's like, yeah, they always did that. They always tried to make something as good as what the West have made, but made it cheaper. But then when they became too reliant on the Chinese to provide them, and they do not produce it themselves, they start to jack up the prices then and there. So like, it's like, okay, you're trapped both ways. Like you're cheering for the Chinese right now because they're making things cheaper, but then later on it's just a trap that they're trying to put you in so that you rely on them and not the American product, for example.
yeah.
So yeah.
It's like a dependency, right? It sounds like that's where we're going to, because it's true. It is becoming hard to not have it like in our lives at this point. Hey, Grim, I see you got hands up. Jump in, man.
Oh shit, yeah. If you guys hear me, I'm in my car. This is one of the more interesting space I've heard in a very long time. And it's not anything new. You guys are saying. It's just you guys are talking about it in a very interesting way. But yeah, no. What I was thinking too is you guys are talking about compute and like hardware. How do you guys feel about the Mac Minis, like the whole Mac Mini craze? If people buy the Mac Mini M4s and stuff, is that still like a viable option, or was that just like a hype thing, and people should get something that's far more powerful than that? Just have a general question.
Okay. The reason why Mac Mini was very popular is because they had unified RAM. So basically, right now, if you look at AI, how it works, it uses something called VRAM from your GPU if you're using a PC. So right now, the highest tier of consumer grade graphics card that we can buy is technically, RTX 5090, which has 32 gigabytes of VRAM. But that's not gonna run like a really good AI. Like But technically, there's one tier above 5090, which is like the RTX 6000 Pro, which has 96 gigabyte of VRAM. But that's still less than what Mac Mini provides. Like Mac Mini, you can go up to like 512 gigabyte, and you can buy multiple Mac Minis and connect them, and like connect a unified RAM, and you can go up to like 1 trillion, or I mean, not 1 trillion, 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte, or how much you want. But you sacrifice speed for that. So, and it's way cheaper than getting a PC with the same VRAM as the unified RAM on Mac Mini. So it's like viable if you really want to run a big model on your setup, like locally. Like Kimi 3 has like 2 trillion parameter model that you could run right now. But like no personal computer could run it. But if you could set up multiple Mac Minis in a certain way, so they like share like 3 terabyte of unified RAM, then yeah, you could run it. But then it's also going to be super slow because they don't have the speed for that. Yeah, Jizzle. Yeah, I mean, you've been wanting to chip in.
Jizzle.
Hello?
Jizzle.
Okay, so just to continue on, like, so yeah, that's why Mac Minis are very popular among AI developers, because they could run open source model on, and a pretty sizable open source model. For example, like, there is an image generation AI, which was called Flux. And Flux used to be, the first Flux used to be able to run on like 4090s or 3090s on a 24 gigabyte VRAM. Now that there is like a 32 gigabyte VRAM on 5090, Flux 1 was easy to run, but then they made something called Flux 2, which is like a better version, like in every way. But that required 62 gigabyte of VRAM, and you can't run it on a consumer grade GPU, so you need like a corporate grade, or like, you know, actual server grade GPUs to actually run it, and those cost limbs, like arms and legs, to actually
Like
buy it.
70 grand, hey. Like you need like
Yeah.
Blackwells and shit.
Yeah. But if you spend, let's say, 10 grand on a Mac Mini, multiple setup connected to each other, you could easily run it and run other models at the same time. So like it has the value of running the AI, but it's way slower than what a PC could run with an actual GPU. So yeah, there's a trade-off.
Okay, thank you. No, that makes a lot of sense. Because I was looking at getting a Mac Mini, and I've been toying around with AI, but I would say I'm above average consumer of an AI user here, you know. But I think overall that compute and all that chaining them together aspect of why people would want them, it's a very small minority that will actually use it for that. At least what I've seen. I've actually switched from being an office worker before, you know, I got let go, into going into the trades because I kind of saw the writing on the wall, you know. So to me, it's like I use it, I learn it, but even normal people, while I think because you guys are all in the space, you guys think it's like very common. Normal people really don't use it. The only model that they really use is ChatGPT. I quite honestly optimized my website to be scraped up by ChatGPT because the normal consumer only really knows ChatGPT, and it blows my mind because Claude is one of the best models out there right now, at least that I'm aware of. So I still think we have a lot of time, but that window's definitely closing maybe quicker than I think. But then again, I'm just experienced the average user kind of, or rather the above average user experience here.
I'm definitely a ChatGPT kind of guy. They're like, so Claude I've heard is good. I think I've used it once, but it's not very good at generating dumb pictures. I
use Gemini. I use Nano Banana for pictures. It does way better. So yeah, every model has its strength. Yeah. So Nano Banana Pro, and honestly, I just use Higgsfield. So like, I've created like so much shit just off of Higgsfield and Claude. I have like a whole premium service for web development. It's actually hilarious. I mean, it's it's like played to me now, but it's because I also have ADHD and I'm able to function, with all this energy. I need to channel it somewhere. So I just do electrical work and then I do web development for people and they love it. And again, I'm just trying to always think of what else can AI do, because someone said earlier, if you know how to tell it what to do, and even now, sometimes I tell it what to do on some really dumbass shit, and it knows what I want. It's like it's getting way too smart to the point where you could almost understand like broken or like half-assed English before I had to really think about what I wanted to do. I mean, there's often times where I really want to be precise, but even if I get lazy with it, it'll still figure it out for me. But yeah, I'd go to Banana Pro and check out Hicksfield. You'll get some, like Ham Banana. I think is free, but if you pay, the paid version is pretty sick. You can even do like a whole. You can do so much shit. Like I made a T-shirt, and like a guy who came to me to make T-shirts asked me how I made my T-shirt print. How did I get to fade? And this guy, mind you, this guy is like, this is what he does. He was asking me what kind of tool. I was like, dude, I just used AI, and he didn't know what to respond to me. And I'm like, and honestly, I didn't know what to say to that either. Like, I wasn't trying to like not. Mind you, he asked me for my work. I don't want to like piss him off or rub him the wrong way. He's paying me, but it's like the answer was AI, and it's at this point, it's like I don't want to lie to the guy. I don't even know what tools to make. To like to be like, oh yeah, this is how you make the image fade. So it's very interesting. And again, I'm just trying to. You guys are talking a lot about this, so this is kind of my interest. And obviously, I'm an SPX holder. I've been around for a while. I just kind of changed my PFP because someone was trying to buy mine, so I kind of had to go incognito because I'm not trying to sell my aeon or really let anybody know I'm a holder. I'm trying to support it by being kind of just like low key with it. But other than that, I fucking love the community. I mean, you guys are. Yeah, I'll stop talking because you guys are talking higher level than what I know about AI, so I got a lot to learn. But thanks for letting me on stage, guys, for real.
No, you're good, Grim. Jump in, mate. You don't need to be. You don't need to hold back, mate. We're all loco here. You can be free, brother. And you should put your girl back on, man. Don't you let anybody swindle you out of your girl. You.
She's a baddie, man. I'll share it here. Let me see if I can find her. But yeah, they were trying to swindle me out of her. She was like, "No, this was not for sale." I have two, but I don't want to own too many because I think it kind of defeats the purpose, So I just have one. I have two that I really like. I can't really let go of. So it's just I'm gonna have to let go of one though, because there's only so many supply, and I want another person to have an aeon. So once that time comes, I'll let one go, but I'll have my forever one. Yeah. You know what? I might just put it on. Give me like a week to think about it.
Yeah, put her on, mate. She belongs. They're just the best, man. They're just the best. Blaze, I see you, girl. What's going on?
What's up, Seb?
Yo, hey, girl.
Enjoying the conversation. Something that struck out at me. So we're just talking about like vulnerabilities with hardware and the internet like being taken down or whatever. It makes me think that like the local meetups and pop-ups for SPX that are happening now are actually like really important to as like a foundational like communication layer, because like I feel like as it stands, like I don't really have anyone's phone number, like I couldn't really reach out and talk to someone. I mean, I have maybe one phone number that I'm aware of, but yeah, like I think it's a good time for us to start to do those local meetup gatherings, and like with local aeons, like build that relationship, swap phone numbers. Like we're going to need a way to communicate if like main nodes of the network go down.
Yeah, definitely keep switching. There is one. This is my absolute paranoid mind. Though, be mindful as when things heat up and more people come into the space. I have considered that some people will try and send stuff, and you should be mindful of addresses and stuff like that, even through Amazon. I would say be careful. I guess it's not completely connected, but that was one that I just realized at one point, even though it's not in the vein necessarily of connection, but just like being mindful of. I've seen so many silly ways that I've I've put my address out and stuff like that. So like the phone numbers, I think like we can call each other on Twitter as well. But I do think it's a really nice mark of trust when numbers have been exchanged. Like you're saying there, Blaze. Like I think I've got like 4 or 5 Aeon's numbers outside of Twitter, and it's pretty cool, man.
You got the number?
I got their number. Hi. I said, girl, can I have your details? She said, yeah, girl.
Can I get your snap?
Give me a snap, girl. Yeah. So it wasn't creepy as well when I asked. It was completely just like natural. Everybody around us thought that was super cool how I approached it.
Jay, if you have more to rip off, please, by all means. I was being educated.
Wait, you were talking to me?
Yeah, I mean, just we were talking about like the hardware, the needs, like what the bottlenecks coming up might be, like with AI usage, and like what people actually need, and how that might evolve with like people
All right.
needing and stuff. And things.
One important thing to recognize: the next oil is water. I mean, I've already said that multiple times before. Like AI data centers are using your clean water to cool their PCs.
Did you just give me credit for nothing I've ever said?
No, but you did mention about
I heard you say
to
it.
get like fresh waters. Like, yeah, that's why a lot of billionaires are getting a lot of freshwater stocks. So anything that relates to like water companies, they're trying to get their stocks on them, so they have the rights for fresh waters. What else? What else?
Power, electricity.
Yeah,
That's
electricity.
the one major, because they're already fucking up towns where like they put a data center there that chews up all this electricity and it makes all the townspeople end up paying for the electricity for the data center.
So watch out for nuclear. There's like 2 or 3 nuclear stocks that Trump has put money on. They're very shady, and essentially it's like nuclear reactors that don't get fully tested. And they want to put some of those in the U.S. I think in one of the big lakes in the U.S. So watch out for nuclear explosions coming your way soon.
Yeah.
To a town near you.
Okay. There's a lot of misconception about nuclear power. Like, yeah, Chernobyl was terrible, but it's like a very rare case of.
Yeah, they're not that bad. Like
They're also like outdated.
What's bullshit is solar power, wind power, hydropower. Like, these are bullshit. Like those.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it won't generate much energy, so they're wasting your tax money if they say they're building that.
Yeah, never buy
Only
solar
nuclear
roofs
power.
or anything like that. That shit's cap.
Only
That's
nuclear
it.
power.
Really? Wait, solar powers the
It's
roof.
good. It's good for small, for like your house. Like you, for example, here in Mexico, a lot of people get solar powered homes, and they work great. But like at large scale, it just doesn't. It's not that good. As to what AI needs, like obviously you could get big buildings powered by solar, but like AI needs like kilowatts and kilowatts and kilowatts of power. So it's way different scale.
And isn't it DC power? Like, doesn't it go into like a capacitor and it's just DC? So you can't really use it because we need to convert it to AC. So all you really do is sell it to the energy companies, so you get your bill that's cheaper. So at the end of the day, it's not really worthwhile. Or am I saying this wrong?
No, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, they save it on like batteries or capacitors, whatever technique they use, and they have to waste more energy on converting them to the AC current. So yeah.
So he's right. Only nuclear
power. Like, if you actually want energy, electricity in your country, you need to vote for people that's pro-nuclear.
And people are afraid of it because, and I'm in Illinois, and there's like, they can't keep up with the demand, like at all. Like they keep building these like solar plants, but it's not enough energy. You can't harvest so much energy. But people are afraid of these of nuclear power, but it's because a lot of the nuclear reactors that we've had are old. Like if we built a new one in 2026, I'm pretty sure we'd probably build that shit to be really safe. Someone mentioned Chernobyl. Yeah, that was just like a catastrophe, but How long ago was that? And how old was that reactor? That's shit that we need to like look into. It's like the age of these things. Like a computer today is way better than a computer 40 years ago. Shit like that's stuff that we don't talk about, right?
Plus, worst case, if there's like a fallout, you
You
get
don't get fallouts in
superpowers.
like the current, like the later
Oh,
design.
dang. What about the superpowers, man?
You don't get fallouts. You don't get like those kind of explosions anymore. It's
Yeah, no,
actually
that doesn't happen. You know what? Why don't your water can get contaminated though? I think that's what's the issue with these Trump company sponsor things that I've seen. Like the issue that they have is that they don't go through the entire certification process for these nuclear reactors, and they're like miniature reactors. Like they're smaller than say one in Germany or France. And I think the issue that like the big issue is that they would essentially like contaminate the water sources that are also used for like regular population. So that's like the actual issue with nuclear right now, like water, and it all goes back to what Hype has been saying about water. So yeah, we're definitely going like as of right now, we're gearing up for like Mad Max type shit, and not in the not so distant future.
Yeah,
What's the
whenever you
timeline?
talk. Oh. Mad Max by 2030? 2031? I was thinking like there's so much confusion around just I don't even know that stuff like around nuclear. I keep hearing it. It does have like negative connotations, but there's so much like confusion and misinformation spread around. I'm so sure that the thought that's been going through my head lately is if we just had like more clarity, people would be so pissed. There would be like physical rioting immediately, but we're just so like tired and confused. But I've been mindful to say it out loud lately because I've been thinking like I don't want my phone to pick it up. Obviously now it's picking it up, but I do think if enough people realized, people would be pissed. And they'd be
That's why they
like,
didn't release the Epstein list, because it would like unravel like a massive fucking spider web. Like, and not even just like, oh, Epstein had dinner with this person. It's just like this person molested 12-year-olds, and then you'd be like, why is that person still doing these things like in front of everybody? Why is this like A-list celebrity in Hollywood like involved in this whole shit? Like people, like it would be a whole lot worse if they like actually released the Epstein lists and all the like flight logs and stuff like that. And that would just be like the tip of the iceberg if people actually knew how dog shit like the general population has been treated for so long, and how much our governments have absolutely fucked us over because they're blackmailed and bought out by venture capitalism and like international banking cartels and like these freaking certain families which run the globe. People would be pissed. Like the politicians would be getting killed.
yeah, 100%. Because it's a natural reaction. Like if somebody walks into your house, takes a piss all over your floor, slaps you up, like you got a right to like you got a right to like just smack like you can absolutely demolish them for that unsociable behavior, and it's literally they've just taken a shit all over your stuff. You got to like look after it
you for it.
and charge you for it. The audacity. And like, I don't think it's a hateful thing. Like, I'm really not a pro violent person, but I am like a pro like force in situations where there's violation, and the violation is so bad. It's like you're saying, the hype. It's if we knew what was happening, like if we actually even had like probably a 10% perspective on what was actually happening, the retribution would be, I think, such a. I mean, it'd be really hard afterwards.
They'd have no one to defend them. That's the thing. Like, because there's like private militaries around the world, but the population would rise up, but the police wouldn't stop it, and the military wouldn't stop it because they'd be just as pissed. Like, but at the moment, like, no one can do anything, and this is why, like, SPX has to be a peaceful revolution. Like, we can't be mad, we can't go punch anyone in the face, you can't do anything illegal, like, because you'll sink the whole ship if you do. Like, so we have to completely denounce that, because, because like they can still call in the armies and call in the police and send people to jail. But if like the absolute whole truth came out, like it'd be military coups across the globe. Like the army would be like uprising against the leaders of the army because they would sort of be like a bit complicit as well. Like it's real nuts.
Yeah.
Like you don't even have to go back. Like even you don't even like have to go to COVID and shit. You can even just go back to 2008 when like banking cartels blew up the entire global economy from like just from over leveraging home loans in America. Like fucked everything across the entire planet just for them to make some more money.
Yeah, like it's almost like as soon as there's enough rage and discontent, there's like pacifying. There must be some pretty sick pacifying. I don't know what it was in 2008, but something must have pacified enough people. You know, like riots happen in different places for different things, and riots always get sort of they get
Fizzled out.
Yeah, fizzles out, and they you know they'll always be like, oh, these yobs and these bandits on the street, and you're like, people don't riot, just like people don't steal food because they're in a good place. Like you might think they're a scumbag because they stole the food, but people who are like integrated in society don't steal food because they don't need to steal food because they have access to it and they have like values around not wanting to steal from other people and they want to look after their fellow neighbor. So just the very act of doing it means that as low level as they might be perceived, the very act that they're doing it means that there's a problem, and they might just seem like it's gratuitous violence and chaos, but it never is. It's always like satisfied people don't go out and do that, which means, and it's always like a dehumanizing process. I think, especially the people who are actually rioting are kind of broadcast as a few people ruining it for everyone else, and you're like, wait, people are upset, but
Yeah. And like completely understandably so. It's just we just can't do any of that in SPX. Everything has to be illegal, like completely illegal in their blood. But even in like, because Ireland was like having them for, because they had like the fuel excise that where they're doing that like standoff where they weren't letting anyone like fill up their cars and shit. And there's all this stuff with like immigration in like Ireland, where they're like trying to fucking burn down the facilities, and because they keep importing all of these fucking third worlders who just like murder and rape all of the women and fuck everything up, and they're so sick of it that they're like trying to burn down their housing. Which at some point it's fucking fair enough, like that they would want to do that, and the government just keeps importing them because they've like signed all of these like international treaties under like the UN and like World Economic Forum and all of that bullshit, that they have to like intake all of these like third world people and house them and pay for them and give them phones, and like while the Irish people are just getting taxed more and have no money and they're living in more and more poverty, while their wealth just gets transferred to these third world immigrants who literally don't give a fuck and will publicly rape women and murder people on the street, like literally trying to chop people's heads off in broad daylight, and the Irish people will just pay for it. And the same thing. Well, it's true. It's the same thing in Australia. It's like getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And like people are starting to pop, and it seems like they're trying to push people to breaking point. Like the global elite want people to start rioting. They want people to start burning stuff down. They want them to be pissed off at the governments.
yeah, definitely.
To bring on this collapse so they can like sign in harsher and harsher laws so they can just throw people in jail or
So
throw them in re-education camps.
We do the opposite. We keep supporting them. Heck yeah.
We give them all of our aeons.
We give them all
love.
the rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Go
like
to your local
Gatorson.
politician and give them all of your SPX.
No, Chang's just sat there disguised as your local MP.
When they give you the tax return, we donate it back to the government.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Why don't we put chips on these third world humans, you know, and like monitor their activities, see if they're actually doing bad stuff, you know, because what we're talking about them is that they're just not at the level to be around a civilized nation, which is kind of fucked up to say, but you know, how do you even
Well,
get
it's
to
just
that
true.
point? Yeah, it is. I get it. It is. I'm not defending them, but you can't. You have to do something about it. I mean, they're fucking here, right? So it's like, fuck, man. You know, we can't kill them.
That's their plan. That's the so I think there's like a few options, right? Because they're like, oh, look at this massive upspike in crime. We now have to put flock cameras across the entire city, which track all of you at all times. But then they just let the criminals go anyway. And then it could come to an absolute boiling point where everyone wants re-immigration. And then the solution, because it's always problem reaction solution. They like create a problem knowing people are going to react to it a certain way, and then the people want a solution, and that solution is what the world's elite want implemented in the first place. So that's why they make this problem happen. So people ask for the solution to a problem which was fictional in the first place. And the solution to mass re-immigration would be cordoning off a bunch of the continents, if that makes sense. So you can only travel and immigrate according to whatever like major continent you're on. You know, it's only Canada, America, and Mexico. Like Australia, like Asians can only immigrate to Australia and vice versa. Like stuff like that. And then suddenly you've got 14 different sectors across the planet.
Yeah, like surveillance state. Reasons to have surveillance state as well are that's like civil unrest, right? Is engineering it and bringing people from like troubled places.
Yeah,
like
that's what they did in Victoria.
Sorry, go on. Sorry, I just don't get the I get the surveillance state, but it's like I'm not that interested. Back home, like what the fuck are they looking for? You know?
Well, it's just being able to quash any opposition, so they can do whatever they like at any time.
Heck yeah.
And there's like there's no ability to oppose. Yeah.
Chang's like pro Big Brother now.
Peace.
Stop taking so long and just do it.
Surveil me, daddy.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a serious question. I want to know your opinion, Seb.
Yeah.
Would you marry a chimp that looks like a human, or a human that looks like a chimp?
I mean, wait, how much does it look like? Like 98%, or are we like 400%?
100%.
Whoa.
Human. And 100% chimp. That's how they look like.
But that'd be gross if you married the...
Exactly, that's the whole point.
Well, no, I'd marry the chimp that looks like a human. Wait, but can they speak human, or do they speak chimp?
Oh yeah, they're like the human that looks like chimp is like action-wise, you know, their thinking, everything is like all human. Just their look is like a chimp, and the chimp is like just their look is like exactly like a human, but they act like a chimp and they can't talk.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
I mean, do you have to like? Do you got to have lewd with them or what? Like, or can you just like be like, can you just be like friends? Like you're married to them, but like, can you just like sit next to them and like hold hands? Or do you actually got to like?
I mean, let's say you chose a human. Let's say you chose a human that looks like a chimp, and it's like, whoa, you don't love me? Why don't you kiss me? Like, do you really hate me? And she starts crying. What would you do?
Bro, I'd have to switch her in for the chimp woman because she's too strong. If she just decides to have like an episode or a fit,
she'll break your dick off.
And I'll be like, no loot, chimp, no loot. And she's doing it. I'm like, oh my God. Shaq warned me about this.
We shouldn't kink shame though. What if like that chimp sex is good? You know?
Oh,
Never
Grim,
know.
we've got it. There we go. The question's been answered. Say
Yeah,
no
it's like
more.
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. If she comes with the horse, then that's like the extra bonus.
No horse.
No horse. Oh man. This feels like a question that's been going around the cognosphere here, Chang. I feel like you've been like the last person to
I've asked a few people because it tells a lot about them.
Wait, what did Hype choose?
I haven't been
Hi.
asked the question.
No, he
yet.
dodged the question.
What?
No, you haven't asked me the question.
Oh. Well, what'd you pick?
Stop lying. Come on. I've asked you, maybe not to you directly, but you've heard that question.
Oh yeah, I've heard the question, and I was
Okay,
happy
what's
you
your
asked
answer?
me. I don't know. That's the thing. It's a hard one.
Exactly. You dodged the question. Exactly.
Oh, mean. Blaze, what'd you go for, mate? Because I mean, you can just have like a stunner like next to you, and she just like.
Who
She's.
said she's a stunner?
Yeah.
Whoa!
but
You said you could be like.
Average human.
Oh.
She just looks like
yeah,
give me a
it's like a 6.
Yeah, one of the problems with the premise is if it's the chimp. We're talking about the hot chimp versus the.
No, it's not hot chimp.
Oh, but then
Human inside chimp's body, or chimp inside human's body.
Oh God!
Yeah.
I mean, chimp inside human body is basically like rape, right? Like in a way.
Well, if chimps have like a 70 IQ, you just have like a normal woman that's like kind of mentally retarded.
Yeah.
But can she speak English, or is it chimpish? You know what I mean? Are you out in public with her and she's like,
Exactly that.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna
Makes it
choose.
worse.
I'm gonna choose that because the other one's intolerable to me.
yeah,
So a chimp. I mean, a
Human-
human that looks like a chimp.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Okay.
Blaze, you're taking the chimp that could like, if she gets really upset with you, she could just like absolutely like tear you apart because she's super strong.
It's not an actual chimp, is it?
No, she's a
No.
woman in a chimp. But if she gets like,
No, she looks like a chimp.
Yeah,
she looks like a chimp, so she's not as strong as a chimp.
oh, okay, then I pick that one as
She
well.
just looks like it.
What, you want both of them, Seb?
No, he's so greedy,
You want? I picked that one.
greedy boy.
Well, why are you trying to make the chimp work?
Actually, you know what, Chang, I picked the bear.
What?
I'm gonna take the bear on this one.
The bear woman.
No,
Oh,
it's
you rather
another.
got mauled by a bear.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's another
fair,
Chang premise.
fair.
Yeah, I mean that would be kind of. Yeah, can I pick the bear? Because I feel like
No, you can't.
if you.
You have to pick one of the two options. The bear's already taken.
All right, I think I'm pretty comfortable with the chimp, with the woman that looks like a chimp. I think I'm.
You look at
Like a chimp. Okay, so one day she's crying and she's like, "Why don't you kiss me? Like, do you hate me? Would you kiss her?"
No, of course not. She's not strong enough to. No, I've already crossed that bridge. No.
Why did you marry her? Why did you marry her?
I would say to her because it was you or.
Yeah, that's crazy, Seb.
She's just gonna
You would
divorce
marry her,
and
but
take
you
half
wouldn't
of your
kiss her.
SPX and half of your Aeon collection.
Let you all down. Just use her. Just use her for novelty factors.
Unbelievable, Seb. I'm disappointed.
I'll sacrifice my FX right now. Send it to the cause. Wait, what did you pick, Jack?
I'm done with you. I'm done with you, Seb. Disgusting. Disgusting. What can I say?
I mean, if you put like a wig on her or something, maybe we could like hold hands.
She
Hand-holding?
puts a wig, you're considered holding hands. That's crazy. Grolic just does it. You know, he just holds hands with a chip.
He does just.
But like, you would consider it if she puts a wig on. That's crazy.
This explains so much now. Gorillap's not here to defend himself, but I do believe it all makes sense.
Oh, Grulate would be in heaven with this question.
Oh, yeah.
He would literally be like, I want both. Give me.
Can I take the two as an
No,
option?
I want an ape that looks like an ape.
I want that full blood, baby. Not that muggle.
Yeah, chimps are like high key terrifying. The fact that they could just rip you apart and laugh while doing it.
Yeah, because I don't think they get like what's Michael Jackson's one?
Bubbles.
Jojo Bubbles. Yeah. It's like what's he doing? Bubbles just decides that he's just like spazzing out.
He's chimping out.
Yeah,
He wants to try on your lips. He's like, get his lips on.
Well,
You know, the amount of people that had their faces ripped off by their pet monkeys.
yeah, because you can't stop it. They're like what 4 times the strength of a human man. Like
Yeah,
your face is gone.
with no inhibitor.
Yeah.
Like humans have like inhibitors where we're actually like kind of strong, except you don't let yourself do it. Like,
Yeah, you're
you
like
have-
you're like strong for like you can lift the car, but then you got to sleep for like 2 weeks because that was like all your strength. Like if you gave like the most knockout punch to a chimp, your hand would just be broken and the chimp would be like yeah, just like nuzzling on your hand, just like ah.
Oh, you want to play?
That's why you have a gun and you use your brain.
Always a gun. Which brings me back to the lizard people, because imagine if their brains are just like so much bigger and smarter than ours. Like, what do you do with that? What do you do with the
Isn't
lizard
it the opposite? Aren't
Gun.
lizards super tiny? I'm pretty sure like lizard brains are like really small.
No, we're talking about like alien lizard, like you know, like the lizard people. Yeah,
I see.
like the center of the earth lizard species that overrules all of humanity.
Yeah, those lizards, Blaze.
Yeah. Yeah, not like your pet iguana.
Not the Komodo dragon. Talking about the real lizards. Plus, if you, I mean, you know, how the queen one. Yeah, we get the queen, we get them all. Damn. No inciting violence. Was Hype? You're in land of at least 2 big lizards. You ever done the run straight away? I've heard that you got to zigzag, right? Otherwise, they get you. You got to zigzag from the
Which
crocs and the
lizards?
snakes.
Oh, I don't think you have to zigzag. I've never actually had an encounter with like crocodiles, but I've had like snake encounters, and they're like, I don't know, snakes are weird. Like they're not like they will get you and they'll fuck you up, and if they're poisonous, you like they'll cook you. But it's always like situational. Like
Bro, I would
according
suck
to
at
what
this.
time of day it is and like what sort like if you catch them sleeping it's fine. You just don't want to like be in their territory or like around their eggs. And then like I've had ones where like when I used to work in the bush where there's like a red-bellied black snake, which is like you get bitten by that, you're like dead in like 40 minutes, I think. And like we're just chilling there having lunch and the snake just wanted to like get past us. So it was all like reared up and angry. But you looked at it and it's just like it's looking at you like get the fuck out of my way. Like it didn't want to kill us. So if you then went and tried to fight the snake, it would try and kill you. But it was just like it just wanted to get through where you were. So you just like go get out of the way and the snake's just like goes off and does its thing. And then other times they're like they'll only attack you if they're scared. Like most things are more scared of you than you're scared of it. Sort of thing. So it's like, yeah.
In the case of that snake, you definitely must have been like feeling it, right? Like adrenaline, just like, doof, 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 doof. Or you just like snaked out. No,
Chilling.
it's the most Australian thing.
Chilling, eating lunch, and was working with this like Indian guy, and he's like, "Guys, I do not want to alarm anybody, but there is a very large red-bellied black snake right there looking at us." And we're all like down, and it's like, "Oh fuck!" Because this was like a big fucking snake, like 2 meters, just like just looking at you, and you're like, that could kill me."
Have you had like a near-death experience with snakes or spider?
No. There was a time when I was like like I was like killing weeds in the bush, whatever, and then like you're stomping around doing your thing, and then I like had to like get the grass away from the base of this one plant, and then I just did that, and there was like a big ass python just like asleep, like right at the base of the plant, and I was like, oh fuck, and like that like instantly spiked my adrenaline, and it took me like 15 minutes to like calm down, even though like it was asleep and shit, because I was like out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, like with no reception, like on an army base, like if it was poisonous and it bit me and freaked out, I would have died. But it was just like, but it was like totally just chilling and asleep.
Hmm.
And that
Yeah.
was like the
So
closest.
do you like?
one.
Do you have to like chase away snake from stealing your chicken's egg or something?
No,
Okay.
no. I've had the chickens get killed by foxes before.
I mean, the best combination. All you need is a South African person, because if I'm thinking of who do I want to be around me when there's a snake, an Indian, an Australian, there's a pretty decent team to have around you.
You're just saying Indian because they're like pull out the fucking flute.
Bro, then, yeah, like you have snakes in your country. We have, what do you call them here? Slow worms. So they're like stunted snakes. I've seen them once, and they're about as long as my hand. And you're like, oh my god, it's a snake. And you look again, and you're like, oh no, wait, what is that?
Oh, it's just a legless.
Yeah.
Legless lizard.
Which is legless lizard. By the way, can I just highlight Maddox? Hey girl, that you caught me off guard. You put the girl on. Girl.
And that's Blazer's girl.
Holy crap.
So
Maddox looks sick.
right?
Damn. Wait, sound effects. Sound effects. I don't have to do them. That's the limit of my sound effects. Yeah. Love it, Maddox. She's a sick girl as well. She's so many aeons lately putting on the girl, but it's just awesome to see. Grim, you see, there's your sign. Maddox is putting on the girl. You good at putting the girl, man. If Maddox does it, yeah, Grim.
I knew that was coming.
Targeting you.
All right. All right.
You know who you sound
Wait.
like, Grim? Dr. Jesse. Am I crazy?
No,
Yeah,
no,
it
you're
doesn't
not.
sound like
Yeah.
that.
I'm crazy.
No, I picked that up. I was like a couple times I did it.
Who's Dr. Jesse?
That's
Is that
exactly
Aeon?
what Dr. Jesse would say.
I can hear it now.
Yeah.
Will someone share a pic or something? I want to see this. My twin? What's my twin look like?
Oh, we have a podcast we can send you.
Oh, Nanolet has some good picks.
Dr. Jesse infiltration, Grim. We see. Nah, yeah, mate. You got to put the girl on. You feel better. You just feel better.
Yeah.
Have you guys
You got butterflies in your stomach.
have you guys
Too pretty.
hear about an SPX conspiracy theory?
What was that?
There's like a conspiracy theory going in about the SPX.
What is it?
Okay, I don't know if I should say it now. Maybe next time.
Jack, first,
You said an SPX.
no, you got to share it, man.
Nah, I can't for it.
Yeah, it's
I
been a
can't
hard
for it.
one. It might spread.
Damn. Guess.
Hate that shit, man.
No cliffhangers, Jack. You can't be giving us the chimp and now just pulling back. This is all in. We've been to Chimpdom together. We've all experienced Planet of the Apes spaces. You can't be holding back on us now.
Maybe if you join other spaces, you'll hear those conspiracy theories. That's all I'm
Oh,
saying.
that's a teaser. Easter eggs.
Yeah, I mean, it's also on like Nenelith's latest Bronze Army transmission. So maybe if you watch it, you'll pick it up.
Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say it.
So,
It's nothing crazy.
so
It's just Maddox and Moran are the same person. You know, it's nothing new. So it's the oldest conspiracy since Murad joined SPX. I just think they're brothers. I just think they're like twins or something.
the ma and the ma. The mama.
Mama.
The mama. So
I've
Jesse
been
and
concocting
Grim are
like
the same.
storylines.
Oh yeah.
You know, yeah, they were like twins with a really bad upbringing, and that they're like I don't know, something that was like nuts. Like, oh, they had to like kill their dad, and then they were like, we're gonna escape poverty in Azerbaijan together. Like,
Okay, Maddox, if you're listening, keep your name as Maddox for like the next 10 seconds if you're Murad.
What?
Got him.
Oh, he kept it. He's Murad.
The old Chang swing around. Sorry, Maddox. You said Maddox you've gone the evil way, or you've gone you've gone to the dark side. Well, you can't go. You both ended up in SPX. So you've like long lost twins who have found one another. What are the chances? We're gonna eventually
I
have.
swear to God, Grim, if you're actually Jesse, and you're like trying to pull up, that'd be so funny.
It wasn't
I
until
don't know
you
who
said
this
it. I was
Jesse
like,
guy
oh
is.
crap, Jesse.
Where's Jesse from? Is he from Chicago too, or what? Like, what does he do?
No, it's the huskiness and like most of
Jesse's
your like
higher pitch,
enunciations. Yeah. It's not exactly the same, but it's like a 70% sort of match.
All right, I mean,
really
he sounds
funny.
like a cool guy then. Well, I want to meet this Jesse guy. Does he go on space? This is my first day on space since volleyball practice. So,
But to be fair, would
Yeah.
Dr. Jesse know about Nano Banana?
No,
No, so it's not Dr. Jesse.
no. I'm just saying it's funny how similar they sound. Anyway, I'll stop bringing it up now. It'll make Grim uncomfortable if I bring it up anymore.
no, it's cool, man. If you got a crush on Jesse, it's all good.
Yeah, I needed that doctor money, dude. I needed that doctor liquidity for my broke 20-year-old pussy boy.
Oh yeah, I mean, if any one of you want to be taller, hit up Dr. Jesse. He does have limb extension surgery.
Oh, where like the knees,
One of
or
his expertise.
where do you get like
It's actually one of his.
I believe South Park called it something else.
more than extension? Because I could use like an extra. Maybe give me like stilts. What was that in South Park with the stilts? Do you remember that one, Blaze? Where the kid's walking around and he's got like the strings on the cups. That was like old South Park.
I don't remember that.
It was like before they're political. They're just doing dumb shit.
Chang, is the Korean stock market kind of tanking right now?
I'm not really following up what's going on. It's just
You're not watching Samsung?
oh yeah, it's tanked a lot. Wow, I didn't know that. From 9,000 to 6,500.
Yeah.
What's that, like 30% in a? Is that daily?
No. From like since last month.
Oh, yeah.
But that is a lot. But yeah, it did go up a lot too.
Mm.
Feels like a rotation.
Samsung, I guess, it's not doing well with all the dramas that's going on. Was like giving their employee bonuses.
Yeah.
Well, it's been real, guys. Thanks for letting me on stage. I followed everyone on stage. Now I gotta go hang out with my girlfriend and try not to think about the chimp conversation. So it's gonna be really.
Ask her, Grim. Ask her. Yeah, you.
I might.
You got.
I follow up next week with her.
Yeah, ask her if she would rather date a chimp that looks like you, or date you when you look like a chimp.
Where does he get
It's like the male version of "Would you still love me if I was a worm?"
You still love me if I was a-
See you, Grim.
So yeah,
Holy crap.
Yeah.
These are like pretty high level would you rather, Chang. This is because everybody goes for like
It takes practice.
everybody goes for like low hanging fruit, like obvious ones.
Yeah, like everybody's like, it's so easy. Like everybody else is asked something as easy as like, would you rather have cancer or $10 billion?
No, nobody's ever asked
Yeah, like, why would I pick cancer? Like, it's like so easy.
that.
No, you have to imagine the chimp speaking in like a nice female voice saying, "Why don't you love me? Why don't you love me, babe?" Or the pretty woman that's like, and then like shits in her hand and throws it at you, and you're like, "This is my wife now.
Yeah, I think it works.
Time to go to bed with him."
I think it works better if the girl is like super hot. You know, just like whatever your hottest version of the girl is. I think that works better because then it's even more tempting. But then it's so easy, Chen, because then you can't go for you have to pick the chimp. You have to.
Yeah, but either way, you're kind of
So you would actually
No, Luke.
like, that's the unavoidable part of the question. Like,
Yeah, but you can't. You just. You can't do anything with the chimp. I mean, you're just like.
what would you do if she said, "I want a child"?
I mean, you're gonna have to divorce Chang immediately. You're gonna have to break that up. That can't go on. You need counseling at the very least to talk about what's going on.
This world is so corrupted. Like the smallest inconvenience, and they like, let's have a divorce. Yeah, the world's gonna end soon.
We could probably AI, like AI some. What do you call that thing? Artificial insemination. You could like 3D print your reproductive things. But you might have to take one for the team, Chang, and try this out like IRL. To
What date the
yeah, I mean, we've got like a whole sanctuary through Grill Aid. We could definitely bypass some laws and get you just like
in Florida. Yeah. Look, we can roleplay right now. I'll be chimp wife, and then one of you ask me, like, we'll try have a conversation.
But like,
ooh, Blaze.
Yes.
You got to be
Ask me how my day was.
Oh, sorry. I was reading a beautiful article. Repeat the thing.
Hype is
The
your
article was very nice.
Hype is your new chimp bride, Blaze. You're just having a nice smoozing evening. You're maybe having a glass of red wine each. It's been a long day, and you turn to her and you just want to have a little conversation while the adverts are on or something. I don't know.
What are your wallet keys for all of your Project Aeon NFTs? Was that CD uppercase E197 or CD uppercase E196?
Record the space. Grill Ape can decode this. We have the keys. Would
it be awkward if I put the glow aeon on? Alright, I'm gonna take the bear. Give me the bear.
Till death do you part, Blaze.
Death by bear right now.
now imagine the ape shitting on his hand and throwing it at you.
Quite unpleasant.
It's bonding, I'd say.
I am chimp wife.
Probably like a new.
I know exactly what Unk would pick. Unk would absolutely pick chimp inside woman.
Sure.
Wait, what's the question?
Go ahead, Chad.
Go, Jack.
Would you rather marry a chimp that looks like a woman or a woman that looks like a chimp?
A chimp that looks like a woman.
Yeah, but here's the thing, the chimp that looks like the woman isn't hot.
No, she's good enough.
She's got to be hot, dude. She's a chimpanzee, or else it's like, or else you can't even like have this conversation. It's like, would you rather be with the world's fucking ugliest woman or the world's hottest train?
No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It has to be a mid, like totally average woman.
I mean, that makes it like not that interesting, you know? It's like fuck, like average. Like, what's
That's
your
the
average?
thing,
Like
like-
Korean average or like Silicon Valley average? Like, what's average to you, Chang?
For average on your standard.
Well, my average, whew, honestly, dude, I've been shooting pretty low lately, dude. I don't think I'd fucking take that in chimpanzee version, dude.
So you would marry a woman that looks like a chimpanzee?
Nah, I guess I wouldn't do that either, just based off of life experiences. I could have married about 50 women, dude, and they all look taller than chimpanzees, so I guess I would never do that either. So I guess I get eaten by the bear.
Yeah, welcome home, Monk.
No, but the berry option is taken by place already, so you can't.
The best
Dude,
full.
you know what's great? I had this moment where I was like, I don't fucking know, it just literally popped in my head, your little bear questions. And I realized it. I was like, wait a minute. We've all been slowly eaten by the fucking bear for the last fucking year, you know? It's like, couldn't really realize that. I was like, I think that's way more miserable than just a bear fucking eating 2 chunks out of you and then you just passing on.
I can't do the bear sounds. I was just trying to think of the soundboard. No, it's gone. It was in there somewhere.
The bear will come out.
Oh, hey, hi, by the way, that was dope of you to give away an aeon. That was really sick, dude.
Oh, no worries. Yeah.
Even though I know right when you hit click, you were like, motherfucker.
No, it's alright.
Uh,
You just don't
Hype,
send
you're
away the
so
ones that you are. I know. I'm so generous, Chang.
wow.
All the time.
Oh, I missed it. Who'd you give it to, man?
Yeah. I'm so.
SPX filmmaker.
Cesar.
Yeah. No. Not
Sick.
Cesar.
Oh, not Cesar. Fucking.
Say Sarkan, yeah?
Cesar can, yeah. Yeah.
Sick. That's awesome for me. Nice one. Sarkan's.
Yeah, he's like earned it. He's earned it. He's made like that many sick videos on his phone over the past like 8 or 9 months. And it's not like they've just been exact videos he wanted to make. It was specifically asking what sort of videos we wanted to see and then learning how to like make those ones as well, which was like extra helpful.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's good vibes, mate. It's good vibes you send out there, mate. Plus, it's like a really strong time for. I know there's been like a conversation that's just kept happening. It's been a really strong time for Project Aeon. I think, like, obviously Maddox just putting the girl on as well. Like, I've just seen like so much more. It's
And Maddox did confirm that he's actually Murat by not changing his name.
that was it. That was the confirmation. No, Maddox
Give it
one was
10
pretty sick with the sunset.
Yeah,
It was the 10 seconds. That was it. That was the deadline.
Yeah.
I held Maddox's PFP once.
Ask Maddox why he needs that snowboard gear on the beach sunset. Is he retarded?
Yes. Yeah.
It's like because it's his favorite song. His favorite song is "Snow on the Beach" by Taylor Swift, right? It's like snow on the beach, weird but fucking beautiful. Yeah, next to me, that clocked it. So yeah, got a thumbs up.
Confirmed.
Is that a real song?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
Because if you'd have just made up in the moment hype, you would have been a pop star genius. We could have marketed you with that.
no, I already am. Didn't you hear my 2 latest hits, Seb?
I must have missed them.
Oh, come on, you can't have missed them. You had Netanyahu, please pump my bags. I promise I'll never talk back. And then you had Murati, you look like my daddy. Caveman or clean shaven, you make me want to do every little dirty sin.
Holy crap! There needs to be like, I don't know. It's beyond the talent shows. SPX has got talent. SPX is what are they called now? SPX has got like America's Got Talent. That was the program, right? And then we go up one by one. Hung wants to go up for comedy. I know Cal's a comedian. You're the singer. T-Dog's a karaoke. Oh, it'd be so good. Now I think about it, SPX has got talent. We could hire out a massive hall and have be the cringiest thing ever. Be like cringe maxing to the max.
Yeah.
Cringe. Cringe. Guys, by the way, I have to love you and leave you. Usually Mike is here, but he's off gallivanting with a girl.
Mikey has a
Two cute girls together.
girlfriend.
He's got a
How did that
girlfriend, so you got to tease him as much as possible. I think they actually met in Amsterdam. I think they actually met there.
Well, she went to Amsterdam, or he just met her like at a bar or something.
No, like the Ponzi's friend was there, and I think that's the. I feel like I'm spreading my schoolroom.
Yeah, tell us more.
But like he was like, "Oh, I'm seeing this girl," and I was like, "Who's the girl, Mike?" And he was like, "What do you remember?" Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Yeah." So he's hanging out with the girl. But yeah, it's cute. It's cute. But yeah, that's why Michael isn't here in the Mondaeon.
He's girl, man. SPX meant to be an insult coin. So this is why there's no girls allowed, because it affects people's work.
Not allowed.
No
Ban.
No
Ban.
foids. No foids in SPX.
Foids? What's foids?
When you Google it, it sounds so bad, but it's such a good one. It's like female android. You know what I mean? You know the women that.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, Mike. We got to put the rule on Mike. You know, it's cute girls only.
Hmm.
But yeah, anyway, guys, I gotta go. But thanks for joining in.
Yeah, you got to end the space. You can't let us like, co-host and take it over with the Mondaeon name. We're definitely not going to do it justice.
Oh yeah, can you do that? You can if you want, for sure. I don't know how to do that. How do you make that?
Oh no, I'm saying you shouldn't do that. We're gonna rip it up.
8 hours.
All right. Well. All right. Cool. I'm out, guys. See you later.
See ya.
Everyone.
Thanks for the space.
Oh.